Oh my God! It's Ray! It's Antoine! It's a computer guy! You're listening to The Fellas.
Today is a day of surprises. I will tell you, today is a day of surprises. Did any of you jag-offs get off your ass and actually go to the Wikipedia page to find out what this book is about?
No.
So we went into this movie blind, all of us.
Yeah.
And I specifically remember telling you, Dane, to go to the Wikipedia page, not even work. You only have to type and get the synopsis of this book series, which I think is like, what, fucking 12 books? 13?
12
I don't know.
books?
I don't know how many books it is. It's like Stephen King's best fucking seller.
Are you serious?
Are you fucking shitting me right now?
No, I'm serious.
Dark Tower is like his best-selling fucking series, man. This is what allowed Stephen King's balls to drop. And I'm saying that with no shame and saying I never fucking read the books. I actually read like the first chapter of the first book.
Yeah?
And I said, no, I was in college. A friend of mine was like, yo, you gotta read this shit. It's awesome. And I read the first chapter and was like, yeah, I'll finish it up later. I fucking never did. Oh, by the way, we watched Dark Tower. And I did read like the first 4 books in the comic book adaptation. The first 4 comics, I read that.
I didn't know any of this stuff existed.
Yeah, I know you didn't, because you don't do the fucking work. And I'll tell you right now, this movie, from what I've seen, doesn't come close to either of those two.
Holy shit.
Not to take away from the movie. I mean, you know, we'll go ahead and get into that. Anyway, welcome to Gotta Talk About It, listen to the fellas. Today, we're brought to you by a live studio audience. So if you hear some guys beating their wives in the background, that's because they're South American, don't judge them. But we got some live guys just outside the studio. And because when I say just outside the studio, we don't actually have walls.
Yeah.
Studio's like one big ass room in the building. So there's no walls. So you may hear them screaming in Spanish. Anyway, we went and saw The Dark Tower. I will say the trailer to me kind of undersold this.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think the trailer portrayed some generic, I'm gonna befriend a little boy and save the world. This had slightly more depth than that.
Well,
so I will say the trailer undersold it just a bit.
The trailer has more slightly depth than the
Well,
actual movie.
going into this movie, I should have had some research on the book because there was stuff that was happening. I didn't know what the fuck was going
I
on.
wanted
It
to
didn't
go
matter.
there blindly. I wanted to go over there like you, audience. Let's see what's going to happen. I want to expect
You know what?
something
You play
from what I
play
trade.
fast and loose with the rule books. That's why you're never gonna make it in the Force, because you play fast and loose. You don't go in there blind. You wait for backup. McBain. The Simpsons reference
Let me tell
there.
you something. Crime is a disease. And I'm cured.
Yeah, but no, we saw the Dark Tower. I'm gonna assume you never even heard of this. I'm gonna start from scratch. There's this kid having visions of another world where there's this war going on between a bunch of people and some dude in a black suit. Everyone's like, yeah, the kid's crazy, needs therapy. Well, it turns out his visions are true. There's actually a war going on. And this war is between some people who are supposed to defend something called the Dark Tower. This guy, he's this entity. I forget what the super duper entity name is, but basically his name's Walter.
Yeah.
It's a very mundane
Or
name.
in the book, Man in Black.
Man in Black is what he's called in the book. The entire spectrum of existence is this big wheel with all these spokes in it. And all the spokes are different realities or dimensions or whatever. And the spokes are held in place by the Dark Tower. If the Dark Tower were ever to fall, all the things outside the wheel, which are just horrible, horrible abominations, would come inside the wheel and destroy all the different realities. And for some reason, this guy Walter wants to destroy the tower and let all the evil shit come in. Walter's like a big time sorcerer or whatever. So the tower has these defenders called the Gunslingers, thank you. And they're sort of like the overarching law in any dimension. And their whole goal is to defend the tower, keep it from harm. Now, the legend says that the only thing that can destroy the tower is the mind of a child. Walter is basically mining children for their psychonetic energy to fire a gigantic beam at the tower and destroy it and unleash all sorts of hell. So there's this one kid on our Earth. He sees these images Everyone thinks he's crazy, but he ends up going over to their world. And at this point, there's only one gunslinger left.
Yeah.
And between the two of them, he motivates him to kill this guy and whatnot. And they manage to eventually take him out and save the day. Roll credits. It's, the standard Hollywood bullshit.
Yeah.
Without me getting into spoilers, it's the standard Hollywood bullshit. And that's pretty much it.
Knowing that there's multiple dimensions and whatnot, they could have gave this guy a different kind of name. A gunslinger?
No, it's because of the book. It's because of the book. I mean, his name's Roland. But
something like that.
I will say, actress Idris Elba, for what he had handed to him, he did a pretty good job.
He did a pretty good job.
The kid, Tom Taylor, his look was perfect, but lines were so-so. You're going to complain about that. Complain about whoever wrote the script.
Why are you looking at Christopher Walken's over there?
I'm looking at
That's
Christopher
not
Walken.
Christopher Walken. That's Matthew McConaughey, you son of a bitch. Show some respect.
Look, man. Look, I don't know about you, but damn, they look similar.
Yeah. It was an illegitimate pregnancy. It's hush hush. Don't tell people I told you that. And all of you listeners, don't tell people I told you.
Christopher Walker showed up at a bar. He had a couple of drinks. He saw this broad, and I give her a kiss in the mouth. An immaculate conception. 9 months later.
Yeah, he kissed her in the mouth and said, shh. And that was it. She was pregnant.
She was pregnant. That's how we got Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, they talk the same. They talk the same too.
They kind of talk the same, but I tell you this, man. Let me go straight down to the actors, bro. All right, Matthew McConaughey.
It's the computer. Relax.
I mean, he was delivering some stuff like.
Okay, let me point out.
Everyone who walks with you dies.
Let me point out right now. His one-liners were atrocious.
So do you really think you could stop me, Antoine?
Well, yes, I do, because I can fucking unplug you, because we didn't put a battery backup in there. Look, I'm saying the writing for everyone is so-so, and then Matthew McConaughey, and I thought about this, writing was fucking awful. But then I realized, I don't think it was him. Here's the thing. Matthew McConaughey plays the all-powerful sorcerer who can basically, for anyone who's ever read the comic book Preacher, one of my all-time favorite comics, Preacher has something known as the Word of God, which means if he gives you a command using the Word of God, you have to obey it.
Yeah.
As long as you can understand what he's saying, you have to obey it. Matthew McConaughey, the sorcerer, pretty has the same deal. One of the first scenes, he sees Roland with his father. They're both gunslingers. And when he comes up to them, you're like, oh shit, it's this guy, and they're getting ready to shoot him. And immediately Matthew McConaughey tells him stop breathing. And he can't breathe. And his father basically fucking suffocates. Yeah. Now, for some reason, his powers don't work against Roland.
I don't know why.
But at the same time...
Let me go there.
Okay.
Because there's one thing. They don't explain why his powers don't work on him. So there's another problem here in the movie. Problem number one. Problem number two, the mythology behind things weren't explained correctly.
You don't know half of the stuff going on.
Well, there's a reason for that. There's gonna be a fucking part 2. Have you not understood how Hollywood works? The plot's out there. The book's there. Anything that's leaving you saying, well, why wasn't this explained? Duh. It's not like, well, we didn't think about it. No, the fucking book's there. There's gonna be a part 2. That's all that is.
It would have been nice to see some shameless advertising, but there wasn't any.
Yes, it was.
Okay, you're being sarcastic. Can we hold off? Can we please hold off on that? I got bullet points here.
One thing is
that is one of my complaints.
To you in your face, motherfucker, you saw that shit, the big ass signs in
and
that.
they weren't trying to be subtle. But let's hold off on that. We're gonna get to that because we can go for an hour on the shameless product placement. We can go for an hour. So get this. So this guy, Roland, Matthew McConaughey's Word of God doesn't work on him, but because this guy is so powerful, you can shoot at him like 20,000 times. And these guys are such expert gunslingers. They're basically like, what's the character from Batman? Deadshot. I can make the bullet go where I want. I can bounce it off wherever the fuck I want. It will hit its target because I'm that good. But it doesn't matter because fucking Matthew McConaughey is catching bullets out of fucking air. So they're kind of sort of evenly matched. So
he's the world, man.
Matthew McConaughey can't kill him with his word, so he just kills everyone around him to kind of just make the guy's life shit. And it's like, all right, whatever. I guess that'll work. It takes a bit for you to figure out what the fuck's going on.
It takes a lot, man.
I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, I was looking at Antoine. Look, man, they need to put up progress on this movie Period.
The thing is, what I saw that they were trying to do, they were trying to explain the world through the eyes of a child. You're still as confused as the child was.
I don't think they were trying to do that. I think it was just fucking sloppy.
This is not fucking never-ending story, okay?
They were just fucking sloppy.
They were just fucking sloppy because apparently whoever did the script on this shit, somebody went in here, opened the books, pass, read something, pass, read something.
You know what?
And then you're like, oh man, we could make a great movie out of this. We could take the meat out of the bone.
Well, you know what? You know what, Dane? I'm going to expand on that. Based on what you're saying, you are correctly right. They were somewhat lazy. Example of that would be they want you to understand that this kid has had a hard life because of these visions he's having, which he has in his sleep, and he draws all of them. He has pictures of the Dark Tower. It's pictures of the Man in Black. He has pictures of Roland, the whole 9 yards. But we want you to understand. We're going to hammer home the fact that this is really causing him problems. And we're going to do that by showing that his parents, they already have him going into therapy because his dad died and his mom hooked up with some other guy. And when his dad died, that's when the vision started.
Yeah.
And the new husband's like, oh, this fucking kid, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're wasting money. We're wasting money on him going, the stereotypical I hate my dad shit. The focus in on how it's causing problems in his life. He has a friend who was very interesting to me. I don't know. His friend's like, you think I'm crazy, don't you? No, I fucking know you're crazy. You're fucking out of your mind, but whatever. We're cool. We're friends. So, big deal.
That kid had like 3 fucking lines.
But there's this scene where he's in school and he's doing his pictures. And some kid clearly looks older and bigger than him.
Yeah.
Snatches the picture away. Oh, a freak show. What's this? Another one of your freak pictures? And the kid's like, yo, give me my picture back. And like, oh, what is this? Was this some freaking guy you witches for your dad? And he just like, this small kid like just jumps on him and starts beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, man, what the fuck
and
is
he's
this?
beating the shit out of him for like 2 seconds. The teacher comes up, grabs him. That's it. I think you need to go home. You're clearly having an episode, blah, blah, blah. And I knew right away why they put that there, but all I could actually think was, man, this school is full of pussies.
Yeah.
I mean, look, let's be honest.
Yeah.
All you listeners, you're like family to me. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We all went to the same school.
Yeah, we did.
It was a school in a major city, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is supposed to be set in New York. If that fight broke out, any unionized full-time teacher would have come in. I've seen teachers come in and watch a fight for 6 minutes until he got fucking bored.
Yep. It's like, all right, we're gonna.
I'm not excited anymore. So you guys need to break it up. And if they don't break it up, then he goes and calls security
until real bodily harm is happening.
Yeah, a teacher just shows up immediately and breaks it up. I fucking saw a guy get stabbed in the fucking throat. And the teacher's like, oh my God, this is super duper serious. This kid's getting killed. Hey, you over there, go get a security guard. You know, that's how interested the teachers were. But oh no, the teachers in New York in the New York public school are just so into it. They're gonna stop this immediately. That kind of took me. A lot of things about New York just don't vibe. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
Let me start with that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
The teacher didn't even put hands on the kid. It says, "Hey, stop that!" And the kid stopped. Did no one put their hands on the kid?
In my school, in our school, teacher would have put hands on the kid to make him stop. The kid would have popped the teacher. And now security's breaking up a fight between the teacher and the kid.
Yeah.
This is the fucking school that we went to.
Look, we went to a school that was actually in the movie portraying a bad school in the movie.
Yep. That was called the Substitute. Yeah.
The Substitute. Yeah.
Yeah. That was it, man. This is for the Raza.
Yeah. Look, we were so bad we had to take one of the monitors with us because that's pretty much all we had.
Yeah,
it's just that one monitor in the library.
So going back in here to the movie.
So basically that scene was pointless. It was only there to show you the kids disturbed and this and that. And I was like, man, school's full of pussies. And they got them coming home. Oh yeah, we heard about this special program. They're gonna take you out of state for one weekend and this and that and whatever. Now the thing is, something I thought was very cool. Wish they would have expounded on a bit more. They probably did in the book. The people working for this guy, Walter, they're wearing... Should we use spoilers? Yeah. All right, fuck it. Spoiler alert.
All right, spoilers, guys.
They're wearing human faces simply because Walter is displeased looking at their faces. So they wear faces that look human.
They look like rats almost.
Yeah, and the way they get these human faces is to go to either another world that has humans or snatch humans up in theirs and literally cut their fucking faces off and just plaster their faces on themselves.
Which is pretty nasty and cool at the same way because you can see the scars.
Yeah,
I
like it.
Why are they putting shit on their faces? And I was
No, because he doesn't want to see
their real
it.
faces.
When you're all powerful, the only reason you need for why is because I don't want him to.
That's true.
And that's basically Walter's thing.
Explaining the mythology of this now.
Please.
The Dark Tower is in the middle of the circle. If the Dark Tower fails, then the darkness that is outside the universe will consume these dimensions to darkness, and demonic creatures will come out of and destroy and enslave humanity and will turn everything to shit. Which you'll see in it when they go to this dimension. Everything is all fucked up. There's a scene where the gunslinger, he's standing in there, he's wondering, he's like, yeah, these are all ruins from a civilization a long time ago. And the kid is like, yeah, I know. Yeah, these used to be a theme park. And you see the little ruins as part of a theme park.
But that's pretty much all that you really get
from that universe that you've seen, from that planet or whatever that they're in. And besides the hunters, which they look like humans, they look like fucking parrots. There's a scene that they go to this town, and next thing you know, they're getting raided.
My whole thing is like you go from dimension to dimension, and even Ant said this while we were watching the movie. Everybody knows English. Everything's in English.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, they kind of sort of explain that because really every universe they go to is like sort of a copy of the other one, sort of. It's just some developed way earlier than the others.
I did like the mother of the kid.
She's hot, man.
Yeah,
She's
She's
an
hot,
actor.
but to me, that's it. She's a throwaway character,
She's
man.
an
I got
actor
nothing from
in
that.
Vikings. She's like Lagata or something like that.
She's a shield maiden.
Yeah, she's a shield maiden. She's fucking awesome.
Oh, we need an oracle to get this kid's visions. Who's the most advanced oracle you have in this place? I am. Just so happens a beautiful young Asian woman.
Yeah, she can.
I'm
see.
like, if you're the best oracle they have, wouldn't you have gotten best by experience? Shouldn't you be old as shit?
Yeah.
Nope. Hollywood don't want that.
Yeah.
You know, I hate the segue about this, guys, but can we please talk about the only real drawback to McConaughey's character? The thing that just made me I could not enjoy him. Matthew McConaughey, after, I can't remember what movie it was after.
He started doing like a sore thumb, man.
He started doing a string of car commercials.
Yeah, with the Chrysler.
No, it was Lincoln.
Lincoln.
It was Lincoln cars, and the whole commercial is about him doing these monologues, and because this character is not supposed to have emotion, everything sounds like a monologue,
It's
and
bad.
every fucking time this dude shows up, you just can't take him serious. He's like, everyone around you dies by my hand. And I'm just thinking about him driving the car. I like to drive in my Lincoln, and it reminds me how everyone I know dies by my hand.
Yeah.
It kind of kills it.
I was walking in New York contemplating the subways and the sub things in there.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the hot dog stands.
Don't forget the face of your father.
Anyone who cannot shoot has forgotten the face of their fathers because, you know, without your father, you don't acquire to better things. And he's like, oh, you've forgotten the face of your father. And I'm thinking, I like to take my Lincoln and drive it down the streets of Baltimore during a riot and look at all these African-American kids and wonder how they've forgotten the face of their fathers. Mostly because their fathers were never around. And this is what led to them. They will never be gunslingers.
You can't stop.
They'll maybe learn gunslinging secondhand from the cops that are shooting.
Don't you know that death always follows? What Ronald said, I do not aim.
No, it is aiming first.
Yes.
Okay, there's this credo they have, which I'll say is pretty nice. I like it. It's a 3-part credo of the gunslinger. What's the first part, guys?
I do
not aim with my hand.
I do not aim with my hands. I aim with my eyes. He who aims with his hands has forgotten the face of his father.
That's right.
I do not shoot
with my hand.
Is it shoot?
Yes. Shoot with my hand.
With my gun.
The gun is the third one.
With my hand.
I do not shoot with my hand. I shoot with my mind. He who shoots with his hand has forgotten the face of his father.
Exactly.
I do not kill with my gun. He who kills with his gun has forgotten the face of his father. I kill with my heart. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, and it's nice. I like it. I honestly like that because the whole thing is if you start getting so lazy that you use the standard concepts that other people go by for you to do your job, you've forgotten the face of your father, because your father is what motivates you to push yourself further than what you currently are. You have to be better than the rest of them. Why? Because your father motivates you to do so, because you want to live up to your father, unlike the black people in Baltimore.
No.
Okay, so I do not rob liquor stores, because if you rob liquor stores, you have forgotten the face of your father. There's also some pretty funny interactions when they see him in the city.
We destroy CVS's.
At one point, he goes from his dimension, Roland. Man, Roland should have been the main fucking character. He's the most interesting one. At one point, he goes with the kid from his dimension to ours, and he has to go to a hospital, and kid gives him like some coke. What is this? It's sugar. And he drinks it. I like this. Where can I get more sugar? And the whole thing is, it's like they couldn't. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you just say coke?
Shameless
They
advertisement.
did not get any money.
Yeah,
Coke
yeah.
didn't give them a red cent.
God knows fucking Verizon did. There's 80% of the buildings in New York are Verizon.
Every fucking building in New York that you have to go through by a main street has to be a fucking Verizon building. It's
And
shit
by
like
the way,
Verizon.
can we please talk about, there's another thing. It's stupid. It's stupid to complain about this, but I could not fucking stop. Ray, as I remember, you spent time in New York.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. You spent a good portion of your life in New York.
Yeah,
Am I correct?
Yeah, you're correct on that.
I visited New York twice, never lived there. Ray, you've lived there for a
Ray
bit.
claims that he met the
And-
Warriors and everything.
Oh, yeah, he was in the movie. Anyway, this is a pet peeve of mine just because I know enough about New York. This should not have been set in New York. I would have been way happier. Austin, Texas, Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Something with a bit laxer gun control laws. Something with a bit laxer of an attitude towards the sound of random guns going off. When they get back, he's like, you're going to like my world. Are there guns in your world? Yeah. Are there bullets in your world? Yeah. You're going to like my world. Okay. So he gets there. He's like, I need bullets for my weapons. So they go to a gun shop. And first and foremost, he's like, we need some place to find weapons. I'm like, good fucking luck with that in New York.
Yeah,
And he
you
just
gotta find
walks
it there.
right into a fucking gun shop. Apparently, Chinatown's lousy with him.
Yeah,
It's like, there's a
apparently,
gun shop in New York?
Look.
What the
on occasion, maybe, and that's a low. I'm giving you like 1%.
Well, Ray, what if they weren't in Manhattan?
It's still gonna be pretty
They
hard.
went to Coney
It's
Island.
pretty goddamn
Yeah.
hard to find a gun store.
They went to
a
Coney Island?
A gun actual store,
Where-
a gun store.
Well, here's the thing that
where they just have the guns on the fucking rack without no protections, nothing.
yeah,
behind
no
it.
glass cases,
No glass
no
cases.
nothing.
No nothing.
Just hanging there. Just fucking guns just hanging there. And this is what gets me. You go into a gun store and point a face at the guy behind the counter, give me all the bullets you have. And I'm like, okay, we're in Florida. We're in South Florida.
I
But-
need to
but-
stop you right there 1 second. I just remembered this one scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you guys haven't been to New York, a lot of places have bulletproof glass behind it. Okay.
No, I've seen a lot of gun
even-
stores that don't
even-
have that.
Or even Quickie Marts. I mean, in New York.
Oh, in New York.
In New
Oh,
York.
I don't know.
You
about
go
that.
in there to buy a chocolate bar, and you got to talk to them between glass.
Mhm.
And they ain't selling guns. He walks into this gun shop, and it's no glass, dude.
No.
I could guarantee
He can literally reach over the counter and grab one of the guns.
Yeah, impossible.
Well, this is what gets me, okay? He's going into a fucking gun shop, sticks a gun in the guy's face. Now, we're in South Florida. Yeah, I'll tell you guys that. We're somewhere in South Florida. But I'm saying, down here, and we are gun crazy.
Yeah.
You walk into a fucking gun shop and stick a gun into a guy's face, he's gonna call the cops just to haul your body out. Get this corpse out of my store. All the cops can do is carry out the body.
Yes.
That is the worst fucking place
To pull out a
to
gun.
stick a gun. He goes into a gun shop, sticks his gun in the guy's face. Oh, what do you want? Give me bullets. And he just gives the guy all the bullets. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Like, hey, asshole, you're in a gun shop. Are you gonna tell me you've never used a gun before? So I'm gonna buy a gun from you. You don't know how to use a gun? There will be like 8 different guns under the counter. Not on display. Under the counter, ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
To stop a thief. That just seemed ludicrous to me, and that's one of the many things they don't know about New York. I mean, what was one of the other? Didn't you tell me there was something that you said was bullshit?
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Like what?
They were in the middle of Chinatown, and it made like 10 people on the fucking street. It's like, Chinatown is littered with freaking people. Thousands, tens of thousands of people
I'll take your
on
word
the
for it.
fucking street.
There were nowhere near that many, but I'll
Like
take your
15
word
people
for
on the
it.
street.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know how many people on the
Well,
street in
they
Chinatown.
filmed this shit at 6 a.m.? I mean, even at 6 a.m.,
It's
there's
too
still
br-
a lot of people.
Even at 6 a.m., there would have been more people
Yeah, there
than
would have
that.
been more people.
All right.
I shit you not. I mean, I don't know at what time they filmed this where there was like 5-6 people on the street. It's just impossible.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The guy was walking around openly with the guns. As much cameras they got in New York, they should have just tackled this guy walking out.
What
of that border.
about, I know one thing I said was bullshit. At one point, he's like, I'm going to teach you to shoot. And he was like up in like an abandoned room. And they're both shooting guns off on the roof of some abandoned building or some shit. I'm
It
like,
don't-
you
it
know,
don't
this
fucking
being
matter.
New York, I'm pretty sure the first gunshot someone heard, the cops would be called.
They'd be fucking.
There's
calling
no,
cops
there's
right
no
away.
fucking guns in New
Yeah,
York.
No. The cops would be on the way. We're not talking about New York in the 80s. That's a different fucking story. We're talking about now. Cops
Look.
would be called right away.
See, down here, I wouldn't call the cops until I heard the third gunshot, and that's only if it's in what I would consider rapid succession. If there's 3 shots in less than like 4.5 seconds, then I'll call the cops. But they're like, yeah, some dude shooting skeet,
Yeah.
some dude shooting a fucking alligator or,
or
some
somebody's
shit.
giving a warning to somebody.
Yeah, get off my fucking property. That shit happens. Yeah, South Florida, whatever. But no, these dudes are fucking pop.
Blazing that shit
4
in there,
seconds,
right?
pop. Yeah, 3 more seconds, pop. It's like, what the fuck? This is New York, man. When the fuck aren't the cops coming?
In an empty building, that sound's gonna reverberate throughout the windows.
Exactly.
It's just.
Oh, window. Didn't you say there was something about the fucking windows
Oh,
that
no,
I
no.
didn't know?
Oh, no. They were shooting target practice, and there was propane tanks on either side. And I'm like, they would shoot the fucking tank.
No,
Knowing
but there was
this be a movie,
something.
there should be an explosion.
There was something about the windows you told me that I didn't know about New York.
Oh, yeah, that's
'Cause
right.
What was the scene?
Oh, they get pushed out of a window, and in New York,
He gets pushed out.
they get tackled out and they fly out a window. In New York, they check the windows to make sure that no one could fall out of the windows. Period.
They're
No
like
one
they're
can
like
go through
gun
the windows.
resistant.
They're
Or
shatterproof.
they're shatterproof.
Yeah.
No one can go out the window. So they would basically hit the windows and bounce off.
Yes, because they don't want people jumping out of windows.
It shouldn't have been New York.
It's like
is what I'm
OSHA.
saying.
You know, OSHA goes out there and freaking
Yeah.
checks the windows. Like, all right.
It should not have been set in New York.
Nah.
If you'd never been to New York, you wouldn't have a problem. But
I mean,
I was
windows
there
you can
twice,
access.
and I know enough about it. You live there. I think Dane went on the internet, so he knows the specs. So,
Who only find just social justice warriors just crawling.
You know,
over.
there's a couple
you know,
of
when
things
I'm driving my
it's like-
Lincoln through
it's
New
like,
York,
Antoine,
I
can you take
appreciate
me?
the fact that the glass won't shatter and cut up the roof of my Lincoln
I
Continental.
appreciate walking around the middle of hot ass New York.
There's this one scene that really irritated me in the very
What's that?
beginning when they came to get the child. The social worker jumped out the window chasing after him. I'm like, dude, if I would have been on duty, I'm like, fuck this, dude. Good luck.
No, that was clearly bullshit. The social workers he's talking about were actually two of the monsters
yeah.
that was supposed to go get the kid because they're kidnapping them from this world. I will though say that the kid kind of realized who they were, and his mother was like, "Look, you have to go with them, and they're
Yeah.
gonna get you better." And when he comes out of his room, he's like, "Hey, I want to just go get my toothbrush." And he goes in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and he's in there for couldn't have been more than 2 seconds. And what I love is the social worker chick says, "Okay, he's trying to escape," and he's like, "Yeah, open the door." Like, honey, come out. He won't come out, and the father has to kick it in. I like the fact that she was like immediately, "Yeah, he's trying to escape." We've seen this before. I like that level of professionalism. Now, where it turns into bullshit.
It's when the other guy.
Yeah, the guy who's supposed to drive the fucking truck's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and start running across the rooftops to tackle your fucking son to the ground." If I was the mother or the father, assuming I wasn't some sort of a heartless bastard like this father was, you'd be like, "It's okay. He'll get him." No. You ain't fucking tackling my son.
Not
no,
on the
no.
fucking roof.
Yeah. Relax. Okay? You know what? Clearly this triggered him more than we thought. You guys go back to your place. Eventually he'll call us or he'll come home. We'll work this out and we'll call you
Yeah.
back and we'll make this happen. No, you're not fucking running up on the rooftops to tackle my fucking son to the ground. This is fucking ridiculous.
I have to say, what is the strangest sound did you hear in the entire movie?
Oh, there's so many.
I got it down to one. What is this?
You know what? I don't even want to participate in this. I want to hear it.
When he drew the house that he was supposed to find in Brooklyn, he finds a panel. There was this so-called guardian guarding the house. I don't know what the fuck
That was
Yeah.
a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it was a demon.
So he pushes the button on the turntable, and I hear. I'm like, fuck, is that dial-up?
Mhm.
They rigged this fucking house
Yeah.
with dial-up,
Yeah.
so it uses the internet to go.
There was no reason for it to sound like that.
It
but
sounds like that.
it wasn't
I mean,
the
it was-
fucking internet.
It's
but,
normal. I mean, I don't know. It's normal. I mean, when I go to the internet,
That's how you. That's how you hear everyone speaking. Your
You know?
fucking computer. Shut up. No, there was no reason. There was no reason for that
I was
sound
like,
to come out.
What? I was like, what the? I know
It wasn't
younger
using the
generation-
goddamn internet. Doesn't matter what year it was. This fucking thing wasn't using the internet to find out what dimension to send this kid to. That was bullshit.
That's why I said that was one of the sound effects. And there's a couple of bad choices here. If I would have been, a good guy, and I knew that there's a completely new world you could go to save your families, I would have told everybody, get out of here. Go into the street.
Oh, that's a scene where he goes like to because everyone has been so cowed. Roland's world, they've been so cowed that they're pretty much pacifists. They don't know how to fight. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna open this portal to go back to the kid's world so we can eventually loop around and come back to this guy's place. And like, well, you open the portal, they'll know where we are and they'll come to kill all of us. And I was like, you're all humans. You all speak English. You all read English. Why don't you just fucking leave? Oh, you'd be homeless. Well, being homeless in New York, a lot better than fucking living off grass
Boonies
and
in the
shit.
fucking boonies.
Living off grass and shit. You can all fucking go to New York and the kid can look. You guys all leave. I'll send you to some homeless shelters. When I'm done with this, I'll direct you on how to go out to like fucking Kansas and start a farm. Because a lot of women look hot.
Yeah, they
It would have
did
been
look hot.
fucking hard. It's like, yeah, we'll start a new life. A whole new fucking community. You'll be fine. They could build houses out of wood.
Yeah.
They know how to fucking do it.
No, they just left him there to die.
Yeah, that's a fucking mess.
What?
But I will say one thing.
Yeah.
I did like the payoff. The way Roland kills this guy.
Well,
It's not, I'm just going to use the kid to use his psychicness to break his ability to fucking catch bullets and whatnot. Because they showed a lot of that. He has such perception. He can catch everything. He can like damn near slow down time.
Yeah,
but
he's the world. He's
Right.
the world from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Exactly. Oh, God, my nerdness is coming out. I'm not going to get into that. That's
You
going to be a
used the
whole
same
nother
scene.
podcast. I'm not going to talk about the world. It's going to be a whole nother podcast. But the whole thing is, every time he shoots him, he can catch his bullets. Because he's looking at the bullets. The whole trick is, I have to shoot something that's going to seem like it's not important enough for him to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So the dude, Roland, shoots a bullet at him and immediately turns and shoots a bullet off to the side in like the same motion. And as the bullet's going straight towards Matthew McConaughey, Walter, the
Matthew
bullet to the
McConaughey.
side hits a steel beam and comes over, and before he can catch the bullet coming at him, the one from the steel beam that's now been re-trajectoried has smacked into the one that was going right to him, and it hits him in the chest. Not the chest, the shoulder
heart.
blade.
No, it looked like the heart, man.
That
No,
was a hard
it was, I don't think, because that's not what killed him.
right here.
That's
Oh,
why I
that
don't
was-
think it was a
That
heart.
was what had him stop. It's like, oh,
No,
man,
it stopped
shit.
him simply because he got hit. It's either focus on what just hit you or focus on something else. It's like, holy shit, I've been hit by a bullet. I never felt this. And the moment that one bullet hit him and he was distracted for less than half a second, this dude emptied his full fucking clip into him and fucking killed him. And it was a shot to his head.
That was Black Rage.
His shot to his head is what killed him.
That was
And
what?
I was like, that's
That was
fucking...
Black Rage.
He's not black. Roland
Yeah,
transcends
he got,
race.
He got
Oh, he
Black
does?
Rage.
Yeah.
He's a good
But-
guy.
He became Black Rage and he shot Matt McConaughey and then.
If
Matt
he
McConaughey
had
died.
black rage, he would have dragged Matthew McConaughey out of a semi and hit him on the face with a brick. But no. It's like once that one bullet hit him, bah, 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 he's just emptying
Yeah,
his thing because
yeah.
it's like when they hit him before he can really come to, and that just killed him.
What?
And he used the one magic bullet to destroy the guy's whole operation.
Yep.
But that's
we're,
neither here nor
we're
there.
missing one actor here. Rorschach, from
Oh God, who did Rorschach play?
Jackie
I didn't
Earl
realize
Haley
it, but
was
I'll take your word for it.
Zary, one of those henchmen.
Oh, the bald, was he the bald guy in
Yeah.
New York?
Yeah,
Oh, that was Rorschach?
yeah,
Yeah.
Man, he could have did better. He was Freddy
He-
Krueger,
no, he
for
was-
fuck's
he
sake.
was,
yeah.
He was in charge of that Dixie Pig, which
Yeah.
we have one over here in Miami too.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
But no, he was in charge of the kidnapping operations for our
That
Earth.
gunfight was kind of like Gun Kata meets the Matrix.
This guy is
meets-
all gun kata with zero bullshit. At least with this, I'm like, I do gun kata, okay? Because I'm a fantasy world where people do that. Oh, all right, that's fine. This is I'm from your future, and I'm just so good I can do that. Fuck off. No, he's like, no, I'm from a different reality, magic.
Yeah, so when it
All
comes
right,
to like
fine.
the fantasy, it wasn't insulting.
So let's do it. Let's give it some
Yeah.
ratings. Want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'll go first. You know what? I will give this a solid matinee. Please, everyone, I want you to understand. I went in with much lower expectations than I got. And stop looking at Christopher Walken. Stop.
I'm
You're
looking
fucking
at-
my...
He's
God
putting
damn
that
it.
shit on my screen,
Guys.
man.
Look,
Can we
man.
be professional for 5 fucking minutes,
Look,
please?
look.
Hey.
It's the same costume from
Hey.
from the prophecy. Man.
I don't... This is fucking dad.
Hey, look.
Leave him alone.
Hey, look, listen to him and shut up.
Oh, God. Okay, so I will give this a matinee.
What are you just loosening up?
I thought it wasn't going to be as good as it was, and it was.
Why not?
It has all the standard elements of a decent action movie,
Elements, you're talking about.
but huh?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying it has all
ahead.
the elements of a decent action movie. But the whole thing is the
Oh, you thought it was
pacing is
decent.
bad. What?
You thought it was decent, huh?
It's a matinee, man. This is decent. I'm saying it's the pacing. The pacing was fucked up. You put in scenes you didn't need. The whole thing with the high school, most of the shit with the village. It wasn't really necessary. And also, Matthew McConaughey, yes, he's been typecast by the fucking commercials. We'll laugh about that all day. But really, his writing was shit.
Yeah.
I would have come up with much better one-liners. I would have come up with a much better motivation. I would have come up with a much better personality. If you're the only thing that makes a hero good is his villain, and they fell short with Matthew McConaughey, so
Yeah,
I
they
can't do shit about that. But no, solid matinee, right down the line, not low, not high, solid matinee. And just so you know, yes, I will watch part 2. I will look forward to watching part 2. This was solid. It was solid, baby. I still love you. It was solid. Just a matinee. Ray.
Ray.
I'm gonna say if they got rid of the first 15 minutes and use it explaining a little bit more about the world instead of them trying to
That's in the movie.
in the movie, instead of them trying to explain that this kid is all crazy or whatever, I would have taken the latter. I would have taken an extra 15 minutes explaining the
Yeah.
story versus them trying to portray his condition. I gotta say, I was entertained.
Yeah.
Those action pieces were a little ridiculous,
Yeah.
but still, they were fun. It was fun. I'll give it a low matinee. I mean, it wasn't boring by any stretch of the imagination. We were laughing because they went to the wrong place to get guns. I mean, it's just a little bit
No,
of
it wasn't
semantics
just.
and
It wasn't just that. It was just overall. I want to have action and doing over the top crazy stuff. New York is not the place you think it is, or New York is not the place it was. Giuliani put a cold stop to that shit. New York is. Go to fucking Chicago. You know what? Yeah, Chicago. Every fucking thing they did would have flown in Chicago. They should have used Chicago. But I see where you're going, Ray. I see where you're going.
Yeah, you know, just Google it side by side, the prophecy,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look at Matthew McConaughey. Same thing.
Yeah, I see your point.
So you two
Remember that-
cocksuckers are not going to stop
So you
with
remember
this.
that watch that
No.
your father gave you, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. This fucking
You know,
guys.
I have to hide that watch on my ass.
Dude, we already have
Because-
2 matinees. I swear to God, I will fucking cut you off and just give it a matinee. Let me hear your
Listen,
rating.
My
Come on.
rating, I'll give it a full rental on this one.
A rental?
I gave it a rental on this
Dude, why
one.
you gotta be such a hard ass, dude?
Because
Come on.
you are insulting me by putting shit not knowing. Please give me a mythology when it comes to the
You see?
background
You
on
see?
this. And
This
that's
is
what I
why-
don't like that. Like, okay,
Dane,
you're not giving me a
Dane,
mythology.
I'ma
you
tell you
expect me to
something,
go to
Dane.
another movie.
This is why I don't want AI. I don't believe in AI in this world because they don't have passion. They don't have feeling. You're nothing but facts. Oh, you know what? I don't have this one thing. Fuck it. You know what? What about saying I felt? What about saying I felt? You don't know about that because you're a fucking machine.
Yeah.
You don't know how to
I
feel.
did not feel this movie.
Of course not.
Because
You're a machine.
They were not explaining me the things of the.
Because
I mean, my
you
point-
need explanations because you need logic.
My concern was what the fuck with this outside of the universe demons were coming from? Who built the tower? Why the tower was always had to be placed in that position to be saved?
Wait, was it
What?
me?
Who originated the gunslingers?
One of those times.
You're
looked like
asking,
Sauron,
bro. You're asking for too much. This is why there's two humans and one machine here.
It was-
You're asking for too much logic.
It looked like it was missing the other part of the Sauron's tower for the eye.
Oh, God,
Okay,
let's
you know
start with
what?
that.
You know what? Don't
we
talk
had
for
enough.
the rest of this.
We had
Until the
enough.
credits roll, I don't want to hear shit from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 2 matinees, a rental, overall price, a very solid middle of the ground matinee. Honestly, guys, go see it. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I don't want to pull a Siskel and Ebert and jizz all over something that I say is decent, which I say it's a matinee, but please don't think it's bad. Go watch it.
It gives you heart when it comes to.
I will watch a part 2. I
He has
will watch
heart
a
in
part
here.
2.
Well, Matthew McConaughey, oh my God, he sticks out like a sore thumb. It's
Blame
like-
Lincoln for that.
Blame
It's not his
Lincoln
fault.
for that. I've been driving.
Blame the car company.
I've been telling you many years about the stories of
When
the
I'm
tower.
trying to destroy the tower, I like to get in my Lincoln
I've
and
been
think
telling
about
you.
what the life is going to be like in the afterlife,
Darkness
because
will
there's
follow
no
you,
afterlife. Please burn for me.
First.
What was his motive?
Nothing?
Play the music.
Oh man,
Nothing. His motive was nothing. He just wanted to get all the demons in. That's it.
Don't forget to go to our website, guys, g2ta.net and gottatalkaboutit.com.
Can you say that again?
G2ta.com.
Yes, we actually got the .com.
Holy shit! We got the .com. I said
Yeah.
I'm getting naked.
Oh,
The bodies.
let the bodies
Folks, go to G2, the number 2, G, the number 2, TA.com. Yeah.
All right, guys. Until next time. I've been driving many miles, contemplating the road.
The road of life. I'm serious, man. He looks exactly like Christopher Walken in The Prophecy. Just acting like him, too.
You shut up and put that watch in your ass like I do. All right, kid?